Hello, my name is Steve. I'm the general manager here at Hernando Beach Marina in Hernando Beach, Florida. We are a full-service marina. We have service, we have fuel, we have a nice restaurant on site, we have showers, and we are the largest here in Hernando Beach as far as marinas go. We've just recently added a brand new high and dry, which I'm standing in now. We have a total capacity here of 170 some boats that we can have in the high and dry. We're not quite full at this point in time, but we have one other barn and it is full. The new barn here is filling up rapidly. We stress customer service, and that's what we have here to offer you is customer service. We think it's number one with all my employees. We feel strongly that we must be the best in that category before having the finest facilities, which I think we have now, but we've also got to continue to give the best customer service possible. And that is customer service from the way we treat you, giving you service for your boats, being the one-stop shopping for coming in for your boating needs, 2 full-time mechanics. We are Mercury and Suzuki authorized factory service dealers, so we can do warranty work, but we can service any boats, sailboats or inboards, outboards. And we also have a facility in the back here where we can put your boat on the hard and you can do your own work. And we have 23 wet slips, which if you'd rather be in the water, we can do that. Now in the high and dry, the way it works is that we take the boats, you call in, and within 45 minutes we'll have your boat in the water, fueled up if you want to have fuel. And when you come, all you have to do is climb in the boat and leave. Then when you come back, we not only take your boat out and wash it from the water line down, but we also flush out your engine to make sure for long life of engine. And that's the main service that we're here to provide. Here in Hernando Beach, we have many, many customers who live on the water, who bring their boats here to store. The reason being is because of the service level that we're able to keep up. When you get out there in the water after a long day in the summertime, you come back, the last thing you want to do is clean your boat. That's what makes us, that's where we come into play. We make sure that we get your boat flushed out, makes your boat last longer. This is our service shop. It's an enclosed service shop where we bring in and work on different motors and such. And we also have a canopy covered on the outside, but we're a full service dealer. The 2 mechanics on duty, Monday through Friday. The shop itself is enclosed, and we do all the testing of parts and such in here. And the mechanics we have here are of the finest, I think, in Hernando Beach. One of the most important things about a service department, of course, in any organization, whether it be automotive, marine, or whatever, is that when you bring your parts in, that when it's done and finished up, that you get all the parts back together. To do that, you've got to have a relatively neat area to work. And this is what you see here. It is a lot of work goes on here. They take the parts off, they sort them, then they end up making sure they get all the parts back together. We do a lot of lower ends here. We'll take it off the boat, we'll bring it in here, spread the parts out, take it apart, and make sure we get it all back together before stopping with this one and going on to another job. It's just part of the job that's necessary to make sure that we have a competent, quality, and efficient service department. Now here we have the service area. We have a canopy set up. This is where we can bring the boats in, whether it's raining, stormy, or whatever. It doesn't hold us up from working. We have the rollaway cabinets, services right to your boat. It rolls right up to the shop so we can work on all the parts right here. Again, we keep very good track of what we're doing out here. These guys on an hourly basis, we want to make sure we do it efficiently. So before we start working on a boat, we always have the parts in stock. We don't start taking something apart. Of course, there are exceptions to the rule, but we take it, we do an analysis, then we start working on it, and then we give the parts and the price to the customer to let him know exactly how long it's going to take. This is one of the most important things about the service, is that we do what we say we're going to do. When we talk about a full service marina, there's a lot of marinas that you've been to before where you call in to get your boat loaded or get your boat splashed, as we call it, and it takes hours. That's because the equipment that you have. You've only got one forklift for 170 boats. We have 2 forklifts that we'll have up and running when you come in during the busy season. So the time that you have to wait to get your boat splashed is less than at most marinas. And as we grow with the equipment too. As you can see right behind me here, this is a forklift that we use. It's quite large. It's one of our better ones. We have another one that is being serviced right now, but normally we have both of them up and running. And this helps you, the customer, enjoy your boat more and not be waiting around for everybody else. When you call in, we have a fuel station here. We can fill it up with gas, and then we splash it right here. And we have all brand new docks over here. I'll take you in a few minutes and go walk over and look at those. We can handle probably 20 boats tied up there at one time. And when you come back, as soon as you hit the docks, we start unloading and taking the boats out. Now, as far as your service goes, we don't just service your engines or your particular boat. We'll do the maintenance level on it, such as the bottom jobs. And when you're living in salt water, the bottom paint is a real science. We're all pettit approved here, so we've all gone through the classes. We can quote you the right paint for the use of your boat. Whether you leave it in the water all the time, whether you take it in and out of the water, or you trailer it, this is all depends on the type of paint that you use. And the bottom paint is very expensive, so you want to make sure you're getting the right bottom paint on your boat. So we have that knowledge here, and we can help you. We'll be glad to quote you and tell you what you really need based on the way you use your boat. Now, something else that's very, very important to us here is taking care of your boat. When we take and tie up a boat out here, we use the fenders. We ask all of our people to have fenders to help take care of it, because it may sit there for 30 or 40 minutes, and if it's windy, it'll hit up against the docks. We have protections there, but we want you to have the best protection you can for your boats. So we'll make recommendations to you on what's needed for you to have the best boating experience you have. Now, not just fishermen, but pleasure boaters, all this is important to us, okay? We don't have just people who go out fishing. We have a lot of people that go out to the flats here and just have a family day with it. And we are very sensitive to that with the children and with the adults as well. We do everything we can to take care of everyone. We have some great functions during the year with this community here, because we are part of Hernando Beach community. And we have the boat race, which I'm sure everybody has heard about. It's been 3 years in a row. It's been a tremendous success. We plan on it again in September. But we also do special community outings, customer appreciation days, where we invite people down, have some free food, some free drinks, and just be able to get to know us. And the thing about here, you can ask anybody here, and they should be able to give you an answer about what goes on here at this marina. Because if they don't have the answer, they'll find somebody here to get you the answer. Here's our brand new docks. They're all cement docks, floating docks. And you see the room that you have here to tie up? Try to look at any other marina you go to. See the kind of space they have to handle this kind of traffic. You'll find that this is the top-notch one in the area as far as handling the business that's necessary for this area. And again, these docks were just recently put in. We have some wet slips way down at the other end of our property, which have power and water to them. These are people who have permanent slips. But this is just to handle our traffic of people on a daily basis, the boats we launch and the boats we have to take out of the water when we get them back. This is the Tropical Grill I'm now standing in. This is open from 12 to 8. Excellent seafood. It's got New England quality seafood. He ships it in on a daily basis. Great menu. Beer and wine is served. And when you come back in from a long day out in the water, this is one of the places you can stop and relax. Here we have our pontoon boats. We rent the pontoon boats on a full day. They run $150 a day, plus you pay for the fuel. You can have a great weekend for about $160 total costs. Take you out to the flats and have a great time with your family, up to 8 or 9 people, adults, children. You need to bring your own life vest for your children, but everything else is provided for you here. We also have what we call a travel lift here. This is where you can bring a big sailboat in, and we can pull it out with a machine that straps it, or with the forklift, and then you take it and we can put it on the hard for you. When we say on the hard, we put it on the ground to where you can work on your boat yourself. We have a lot of people who like to do that. This is a hobby, and boats, a lot of times people want to just clean them up or do some extra work on their boat. We provide that assistance here. Now here are our wet slips. This is where the customers will come in and they want to park their boats and leave them in the water so they can just come down and leave at any time they want. We have a total of 23 wet slips available. They are rented on a monthly basis, sometimes on a yearly basis. All right. So with that, we have commercial shrimp boats down there on the very end, only one or two, far away from the regular boats, but there's water and power. Now behind me you see our travel lift. We call it a travel lift because it's used to move the larger boats that we have. As you can see from the boat that's in there now, we couldn't pick it up with a forklift, so we bring it up out of the water, place it, and then put it on stands. This is how people work on their boats as far as getting them ready to work on. We have quite a few of them on the yard right here. If you look around, you'll see all these different boats here. A lot of them are storage boats, but a lot of them are also people just pulling them out of the water to work on for a short period of time, redoing the hulls and such. Some of them are major projects, and then some of them are just a month or so. But we offer this service, power out here. We offer water out here, so people can do whatever they need to do on their boats. Okay, we're also a Cypress K pontoon boat dealer. As you can see behind me here, we have one with a Mercury 115 on it. It's a 23-foot. It's called a Seabreeze 230. This is one of the finer made pontoon boats out there. It comes with all your features, the vinyl seats, the recliners on the top. We'll get up in a few minutes. We can show you those. But it has a bimini top on it and all the instrumentation that you're going to need in this area. And again, being a full-service dealer, when you buy a boat from us, we put you in the water ready to go. We don't leave any add-ons. What you see as far as the pricing is everything you're looking at right here. And we try to make your boat buying experience as good as your experience in storing it here. Now, on the Cypress K boats, they come with a lot of different options available, but we are capable here because we have a full service department. We will rig the boat however you would like it. We have fish finders, we have depth finders, the things that you're going to need on your boat, or we could even imagine you're going to need on your boat, we can install those also. But when you look at this boat now, it's ready to go in the water. We have a table sitting right down here, which is not even installed yet, but we let you determine where you want it installed. Front of the boat, the back of the boat. We have a nice stereo in the boat, the seatings and the captain's chairs. All very, very effective equipment, nothing that you really don't need. But what you can add is, again, fish finders, depth finders, things that can make your boating experience just a little bit better. So no matter what your needs are, when you buy a boat, we can outfit it for you. Now I'd like to tell you a little bit about the pontoon boats that we sell and also the tri-toons. Today's pontoons are not like your old pontoons used to be that used to just trudge through the water and plow through the water. These are high-performance boats today. Right behind me I have one. Unfortunately, it is sold, but it has a 150 motor on it. It's got a tri-toon here, right in the center. Makes it very high performance. Instead of plugging along at 12 miles an hour, you'll probably get 38 miles an hour out of this boat. Okay, so you can pull skiers or tubers or whatever you'd like to do. So when you're looking at today's pontoons, if you think you know pontoons, okay, make sure you understand today's performance is nothing like the older performance of even 4 or 5 years ago. They've remanufactured these things, put the sport tune or the tri-toon as they call it, to make them high performance so you can get where you want to go fast. Now we're in our ship store, and this is our service area that we have back over here with parts. Anybody off the street can come in and purchase parts from us. If it's for a Suzuki or for a Mercury, possibility we already have these parts in stock because we're a dealer for them. But anybody's parts of any kind of motors, you can come in here, we can look it up for you and have it for you generally within 24 hours. We can have it here for you. So if you're working on your motor in the backyard, you find a part, you have no idea where it goes, you can come in here and consult with our service department And now we've also got some fishing gear that we have back here. This is if you come here, we do a lot of rental boats. We have a lot of fishermen. They don't have to go other places to find out their lures and stuff. We also have frozen bait. And that's all here in the marina, in the ship store. Here we have your basic supplies as far as usages for repairing your motors, different oils. We have both Mercury, Quicksilver, and also the Suzuki brands. Those are all kept in stock, and the majority of parts for majority of motors out there today will have the parts for them. Again, can't have every single part that was ever made, but we surely can get it for you in a timely manner.